How long into vacation you thinking?
Um,
Day 2 is when Hana has glasses again, so he can see.
haha. I think probably it took him a while to cause he didn't make these make one and get one to go give them. He made them in a batch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say it took him a couple days to actually finish. So maybe day 3 or 4.
Okay. Khan, remind me, what day of vacation was it that
Day
Graham
4 was sailing.
Okay, so not day 4. I can do day 3.
Yeah, they were gone the entire day, and then well into the night.
So, day 3.
Day 3, yes.
Day 3, give it up for day 3.
Give it up for... Ow, fuck. Day 3.
Give it up for ow! Hana is probably out and about by day 3. Not sticking as much to his room. He does look, in some cases, like those first 2 days, he looked a little worse for wear. And by all means, he's not looking perfect yet. But he looks like he maybe has slept. And is actually leaving his room.
Wonderful.
I don't know the area of this vacation area. It's a more populated planet, I know that much. So he's probably staying on the general housing kind of structure, but going out, getting some food, things like that. Actually interacting with the surrounding area.
So I guess at some point Fynn will go looking for Hana.
Okay. Let's say you find him, You check his room and he's not there, or at least he doesn't answer.
Yes, the classic not answer.
And say there's like a... How far would Fynn just wait for Hana to come back to the room or answer, or would he do a search to try and find?
He would look around.
Okay.
He knows that by now. He probably would have seen Hana start to walk around more, so it's possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Go ahead and roll a... Fuck it, let's roll search.
Oh my lord, I am horrible at this roll. Okay. It's attention search, right? Yeah, it's 4 dice.
Yeah.
Rippy dippy. Oh, 2 successes.
Okay, so nearby the sort of like hostel or hotel place that we're staying, there's a park. Not a very like popular one, but a small, kind of humble thing. With a couple of seats and some trees and maybe a couple of play areas for smaller children, things like that. And Hana, you were walking by, you're like, man, I can't find that guy. And you kind of turn and you see it, and you're like, wait a second. That's a vaguely Hana-shaped figure sitting on a bench.
Yes, a vaguely Hana-shaped figure.
And upon closer approach, you can see he's sitting on a bench, and he has a hollow pad, and he's doing idle reading.
Is it like a like one of those like classic benches where there's 2 seats on either side? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it like a table bench, or is it like a bench?
Bench. Bench situated under a tree.
Well, Fynn will make his way over there and quietly take a seat next to him.
Well, look up. See, it's you. And good afternoon, Flynn.
Good afternoon, Hana.
How is he looking? How's he looking? How's he doing?
He's doing better.
Okay, so looking
a lot
like
better.
he maybe has slept.
Yes.
Okay.
but it doesn't look good, but it looks better. Definitely an improvement.
Mm-hmm. He gives a small smile and a nod. Come out to enjoy the air.
That and I was looking for you, really.
Just so. Well, lucky you.
Yeah.
You came to the right place. Lowers his data pad.
I made you something. I had time on my hands, so I thought it might as well, right?
Just so.
Yeah. He will rifle through his many jacket pockets, trying to remember where he fucking put it. And eventually he will come out with like a small box.
Kind of quirks a brow upward, and he reaches out and looks at Fynn before taking the box, almost as confirmation.
Yep.
And then he will take the box. And well,
took me a couple days to get it right.
What's the occasion?
I thought you'd enjoy it.
He kind of cocks his head to the side curiously. And you can see there's not a lot of amusement on his face, but not in a way of like I'm angry or anything like that, but he's taking this kind of seriously. He will. What kind of box is it? Something like can be opened? Like I gotta.
It is a It's just like a you know, like a jewelry or like jewelry comes in like a jewelry box.
Oh,
like you
okay.
can just open like the top. It's not like a flip open. It's like a pull. Like you pull like two sections apart.
Okay. Gotcha. He will take the top and open.
And it is the picture I posted in OC. It is on a chain. It could be worn.
He looks down and you see his eyebrows just go up. It's quiet for a while.
I knew you liked those trees, and I thought, you know, I had the scrap lying around.
He takes 2 fingers under it and gently kind of lifts it closer and studies it. Taking the lessons from Lauren.
Yeah. The real hard part was to get the wire to set right.
It's very meticulous. It looks like he used 3 kinds of wire here. It's very nice. He looks up at when he says that. Thank you.
It's no problem. I think everyone could, you know, use a pick-me-up. I thought giving raise spirits, you know?
Yes, I think I understand. It's a difficult time for everyone. And he kind of runs a thumb over the side, kind of feeling the beat shift slightly. Would you like to roll an empathy?
Sure. I can't remember what that roll is.
That is an attention cloud.
Attention clout?
Oh yeah, or a cloud interrogation.
I have 4 dice. This is great. 2 successes.
Hey. Okay, he's not hiding it. You can tell he's genuinely touched by the gesture. And that he was looking better, but the tiredness and the kind of like weariness that has been weighing on him is very clear in this moment. It's clear that Hana hasn't been doing great at least recently. More so than like when he wasn't speaking, because when he wasn't speaking emotionally, he seemed actually pretty stable. So the best way I can describe it is it's kind of like when someone's having just a really fucking bad week and they get like that one thing of a pick-me-up and they're just like, thank fucking God.
That's exactly what he was trying to do. So he feels accomplished. What? Okay. Fynn smiles. I'm glad you like it.
He puts it down and closes the box. Says, very much so. How long did it take you?
That was one of the longer projects. I was working on it, among other things. Took me two days? Yeah, 2 days.
2 days. Huh.
The wires wouldn't set right.
As you said.
The leaves, the wires that make the leaves are wouldn't shape correctly, and it came out pretty bad. But I kept on trying.
Do you mind if I cast it in resin so that it stays put?
Why didn't I think of that?
Some kind of a smirk work upward. The outer beads should be fine, but those wires on the inside seem particularly fragile.
Yeah, it is yours. You could do what you will with it.
Well, then I guess I have a project now.
I mean, I could do it since.
Oh, no, it's fine. You said it's mine.
He kind of. Okay, you caught me there. It's just he kind of rubs his eyes.
Are you well? Enough?
Better than I was a while ago.
You know.
I had time to process. Calm myself down, really.
Good. I think that's something we all need right now. That's why we're here. And then after that, he just shrugs, looks ahead. Who knows?
The future is uncertain.
That's one way to put it.
All we can really do is keep moving forward.
Yes. The next destination, the next job, whatever it will be. Preferably something low-key.
Yeah.
Until then. He looks back over. What are your plans for the remaining days of our... He does the, like, air quotes, vacation.
I don't have any plans really. I've been just keeping to myself recently.
You should get around others more.
Yeah, I know. It's just always been difficult, but it's a little bit more difficult now, I guess.
I see. Well, should you continue to seclude yourself, later this week perhaps we could find something to do.
That sounds nice.
Any preference?
Anything but chess. He kind of smiles.
He just hits his head back. Your call.
He chuckles.
I'm still doing research on the area. They have quite a few things. Though I'm not much a fan of the populated segments. It has its perks.
Are there any woods nearby?
A few.
We do another nature walk.
Feeling up to it.
Last one was fun, except it's less driving.
Well then, let's see if we can find a good trail. Do a hike.
Yeah.
Alright, I can set that for Friday. If
Seems
that
good to
is.
me. Again, I don't really have anything else planned. I'm pretty much open.
Well, then. Mark it in your itinerary, even if it's the only thing there. I'm not letting you worm out of this.
I'm the one who gave you the idea. Why?
He just smiles. Little shit-eating grin. It's set in stone.
Okay, fine. Do you have any plans? Other than the nature walk?
I'm going sailing with Ram at some point tomorrow.
Oh, huh. Interesting. I've never been sailing either, so.
You haven't?
Hmm.
Neither have I. I'll let you know how it goes, and if it's absolutely dreadful, we'll see. I'm planning on sitting down and researching it tonight. Get a better understanding of how it works, the terminology, so on and so forth.
Speaking of Ram, can you give me your opinion on something?
Sure.
I also made Ram something, right? So I want you to see if he would like it. And he again rifles through his pockets, and he pulls out another box, but it's a bit longer than the box that Hana was given.
Mm-hmm. He kind of looks at it with actual curiosity. Oh, actually, he gets the bigger box.
No, it's just a different object. Okay, it's a tool instead of a wearable item.
Oh, so you think he's a tool?
Oh, ha ha.
Smiles. He'll open it while Finn is holding it. Kind of look inside.
And it is the picture. Also, I have to add something real quick. I'm gonna DM you this because Khan cannot know yet. It is too precious. Hold on. Where is it? It's in the DMs. Where? There it is. In the on it. It's this is etched into it.
You're DMing it to me, you said?
Yes, I am. Where are you? My eyes are horrible. There you are.
You just that's good. When he unfolds the blade and inspects it. How much successes did you make it with?
It's a 3.
3? Okay. Let me go ahead and get a good look at it.
It's my first time actually making a blade, so...
He raises it up and inspects. Overall, your craftsmanship is not bad. Looks like it's, for the most part, solid. He taps it against the bench that they're on.
Oh, it is made to carve wood, so...
Oh, yes. Seems to be, for the most part, sharp. It does have a little bit of a bend to it. And he kind of holds the blade out in front of him and is, like, looking down the tang towards the end. Maybe want to correct that. But I suppose you don't have access to high heating here, do you?
Not really, no.
I have a blowtorch. If you'd like to correct the curve, I can help you.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Actually, I want this to be at least decent.
Oh, I mean, he wouldn't notice the difference. He rolls his eyes very openly. But yes, we can do that. Otherwise, I think... Hands it back. I think he will enjoy it greatly.
He will put it back in the box and he will close it.
What inspired the idea?
Last time me and Ram we went on when we were on the last vacation, we went fishing.
Ah.
And I know he likes to wood carve.
That he does.
So I thought, why not mix the two?
Clever.
And I do know he likes puns. He's a very punny guy.
Ha 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 ha. I want to pun back, but I can't figure out any puns. So he just, that's it, he just ha-has.
Just ha-has. He just grins.
Are you doing one of these for everyone?
I currently have one for Rye and one for Lauren. I'm trying to think of one for Mindy. And the rest of the crew, yeah, I'm trying to make one for everybody.
What about a pin?
A pin?
For Mendy.
A pin of what?
Something to go with the many loud shirts. You know, something absurd.
Absurd.
Enjoy that in a offensive color.
That's an idea. I was thinking because I don't know, making something an accessory for Grim, like a little hat or something.
They may enjoy that.
Mustache, maybe.
A magnetic mustache.
Magnetic mustache.
That could work.
Top hat and mustache.
I don't know if the top hat would.
I know,
it's
it's
maybe a little ball cap that can be turned sideways.
A bowler hat?
No, ball cap.
A ball cap, but I would also think, ball cap, yeah.
Does Mindy look like the type that wants to be astute to you?
But it'd be funny.
Well, yes, but it's a different kind of humor.
That's true. A ball cap, yeah.
Yes, as long as you make sure it's something that won't offend the wiring on Grim and you don't put it on yourself.
I'm not touching Grim with a 50-foot pole.
A wise decision. Then yes, I think that gift would be rather apt. You said you did have something for Lauren.
Oh, I did, yeah.
Is that the secret until they are revealed? I'd assume not given, and he just taps the box that Ram's knife is in.
Well, okay, he will. I could show it to you if you want.
You have it?
I have a prototype. It hasn't been painted yet.
Cock's head aside.
He will get a box.
How many boxes are you carrying on you?
I keep them with me so I don't lose them.
Alright.
And people like snooping around my stuff.
If people are snooping around your hostel room,
no, I meant like
I
I meant my workbench.
Ah, I see. He holds his hand out.
He will hand them the box, and I will I guess I'll just post it, whatever. Woo.
If you want to, you can.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. It's an unpainted version of this. Like the in the middle isn't like as good, but it is a half finished thing. Mm-hmm.
He looks at it and smiles. This is good. May I make a suggestion? Is it on the string already, or the?
No, it is just the okay. It doesn't have the chain yet.
All right. When you string this up, he taps it. Beat it. The entire string. Don't do a chain. There's a local bead shop here. I believe it's Glass Beads or something of the like. You could probably go there and get a wide assortment.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think she'd appreciate it. If anything, if she's not a fan of the beads, she can always incorporate them into another project.
Yeah, that's true. Two gifts in one, I guess.
Exactly. Utility, Flynn.
Utility, yes, yeah. And I also have one for Rye that is, it's almost done.
Oh.
It's not, like, I thought Rye would, I don't know, he kind of shrugs, and this one is not in a box, it's too big.
Mm-hmm. Just the bracelet, right?
Yeah.
This is nice. What's the inspiration?
He kind of shrugs. I don't know. I just thought she'd like it. This is the first one I started to make, actually. I'm still working on it. Needs to be right.
Well, kind of rotates this in his hands. Hands it back. That one I will let you figure out. I'm not one for this whole Archie thing.
Yeah, I know. It's just... He shrugs. It's a process.
Well, it seems like you're nearing completion on said process. Unless you're planning on doing one for every single person on the ship, in which you are running thin on days.
Oh, I know. I'm working on stuff.
I see. Are you making anything for Sammy or Mac?
I have ideas. It's just... Nothing's concrete. I haven't started to work on anything because I didn't want to be locked into one idea and it realizing it's not going to be a good idea.
I see. Well, I'm sure you'll come up with something. You've already been plenty creative with these, unless you've used it all up on the gifts that have been made already. In which case, good luck.
What do you think Mac would like?
Thanks. Well, something that causes small amounts of havoc, such as a rubber band gun or a little. Have you ever seen those food catapults?
Yeah, but I don't think I don't know how Ram would react if I would give Mac a rubber band gun.
In the distance, he screams.
Well, that's why it's a gift for her and not him.
That is true. That is true. They don't have. He doesn't have to know where they got the rubber band gun from.
He shrugs. Otherwise, she is taking a liking to physics, so anything that incorporates that.
A small Rube Goldberg machine.
I have to look that up out of character.
It's like one of those pointless things, like the completely convoluted things where you roll a marble down and it hits a stack of books, it hits a thing that rolls into another thing that sets off this other thing. In the end, it's like that, yeah.
He smiles. Perhaps. That may be fun. Or a fidget, maybe. She's difficulty staying still.
Yeah, that would work, but which type of fidget? There's so many.
Something easily kept on person, not difficult to lose.
I mean, I could do spinners or a clicker. A clicker might get annoying.
A puzzle, maybe, but I think she would become quickly frustrated with that. Ring?
Ah, spin ring. That's a good idea.
I know.
Oh, haha.
He doesn't laugh, he's serious. He knows
I know.
it's a good idea.
I just, the way he said it, he's just like, aha, aha. But he's like, Finn's like, yeah, what about Sammy, though?
She likes puzzles.
Sammy does like puzzles.
So.
A puzzle
that
box?
One, you could probably. Ooh.
And the real gift's on the inside.
I think that'll do just fine.
So what to put on the inside?
Her. No, she's a tame child. You could put anything on the inside. You could put an orange on the inside and she'd be grateful.
An orange? But yeah, a puzzle box would be interesting.
No. Maybe just buy something local here. And put it on the inside. Something she doesn't already have.
A hairpin or something? I don't know.
Maybe something a bit more substantial.
I'm not good with buying things. I make things. I don't buy things.
Well, you do buy things. It often leaves you poor.
That's my cog. It's different.
Something she can get. She likes sentimental items, so it doesn't actually need to have a use. But if it can have a use, it's going to be more meaningful. Plus practicality and all that. How large of a puzzle box would you be making?
Depends on what I'm putting inside it.
A book?
I could do that.
I literally just got home.
So, he shrugs. It'd have to be a medium-sized puzzle box, and I don't know how well versed you are at coming up with puzzles, so you could probably look up a template.
I'm mechanical puzzles and stuff I can do pretty well.
Then there you go. There's the children.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you reading? What were you reading?
He'll open it up and he'll show it's the 25th edition of like Science Weekly or something like that. And it's just dense text, dense fucking text. Gotta spend some recent discoveries on Luna 5.
Oh?
Yes. They found a way to combine to materials to make it slightly more denser. And they've found, using this material, if you melt it down, it can now create the ultimate black, which is darker than the blackest black paint. So that's fun.
It's blacker than Venta Black?
Venta Black was surpassed
a long time ago.
Centuries ago.
I know. It was a joke, Hannah.
Ah, I see. I was concerned about your history. Seemed of anyone, you should know that Venta Black was replaced many, many, many centuries ago. Surprised you even know about Venta Black. Terran, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess. He kind of rubs his neck a little bit.
They taught you history.
Yeah, they did.
I see. Well, it's rich with it. If anything, that's a good thing.
It kind of... It seems like his mind has drifted off to something now that he's now that family has been brought back up in his mind. Oh boy.
Ihu won success empathy.
He looks perturbed. Like slightly like he's unsure of something, but
my apologies.
It's still worrying him a little bit.
Yeah, he says, my apologies. A poor time to mention anything Terran, probably.
No, it's fine. It's just... worrying, really. I always worry.
There's plenty of reason to worry right now. We aren't exactly in the best position. Far from it. He kind of rubs at his face.
Yeah, he kind of trails off, like he's hesitating, but he doesn't say anything.
It's quiet as well as he kind of stares out towards the park. He seems a bit taken into his own thoughts as well.
After a while, though, Fynn will like kind of take a deep breath, but you know, being on vacation, we shouldn't be thinking about that.
Unfortunately, it's our reality.
Yeah, it is.
I can't ignore it. I'm not going to pretend it's not there. What happened, happened, and it is horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, it is. Fynn just kind of rubs his face a little bit. Puts his hand on his head as he rests it and looks out.
He says after a bit, if you happen to have a secret secluded bunker you could lay low in for a couple 50 years. Now would be a good time to go to it.
No, I don't, sadly.
Damn. Was hoping to hitch a ride if you did. Small, grim smile.
Yeah. I mean...
No worries. We'll figure something out.
We always do. It's our job. Well, technically.
Our job is to salvage things, Fynn.
I mean, I meant like our jobs are to figure things out, how to make things work. You know, okay, it was a joke.
Engineers.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah.
Fix things.
Yeah, it was play on words. It just didn't stick. God damn it.
It didn't. No.
It didn't land. It did not land at all.
I'm just trying to understand. Our official job title, I believe, for the most part, is scavenger. So, salvaging, maybe salvage the situation.
Yeah.
But it's still a bit of a stretch, and it doesn't imply fixing much of anything as much as.
I mean,
like
my job on the ship is to fix things. So
yeah, your job. That's your job, engineer. I'm a weapons specialist.
I mean, but you still fix things. So
well, yes, that is correct, but I don't have a doctorate in fixing things.
But
well, okay, yes, technically I have a doctorate in mechanical engineering.
See?
One of them is, but my second one isn't.
See, I'm technically correct, but it didn't land because of my wording, and it's whatever.
It fell flat. It fell flat.
It did fell flat. Yeah.
It's alright. You did your best. He just pats him on the shoulder.
He weeps, no joking.
That's the straw that broke the camel's back.
He weeps, no joking. It's hasn't been a fun week for me, really, on and off, all that. If I'm being honest.
You said it hasn't been?
Yeah, it hasn't been.
He kind of looks on sadly. Neither of myself.
Stuck in your head too?
It didn't process until recently what I've seen, what we went through.
Same for me, really.
I think until very recently I was in shock still, so. Just shakes his head. When we get back aboard the ship, I am very set in what my first action will be.
And it will be.
I am going to make an appointment with the therapist.
That is the best idea I have ever heard. I already have an appointment.
Oh,
I had an appointment.
Did you speak with him already?
I did.
Well, that makes one of us.
I got prescribed medication, which I probably won't get for a while.
I believe Gun is restocking while we're here. So she may be able to fill your prescription.
I hope so.
Until then, I don't know what your coping mechanism of choice is. But I suggest you, should it be somewhat healthy, or at the very least not completely harmful, I suggest you indulge in it.
I will.
Mine is alcohol, of which I have now. So if you ever want to share a bottle, let me know.
I think that might be becoming mine too, and I think it might be becoming a problem, but
Well, if you need an enabler for the time being, I need to get rid of all of it before the end of vacation. If Mel sees me with it, he will have a conniption likely. So
looks like you got yourself a drinking buddy.
Holds his hand out to shake.
He shakes.
I'll break open the bottle tonight.
Sounds great.
Feel free to stop by. I'll get the blowtorch out. We'll do it before we get inebriated, so that we can get that blade corrected. And then after that, we'll see what happens. Maybe assemble a shelf plastered.
Has that happened before?
Oh, absolutely. I've invented things for plastered before.
And do you remember doing it?
Some of them. The better ones, I don't, but they're still on the market, so.
I guess that's a good thing, I guess.
When you have very little filters going on and your processing is less, for you, the emotions that, Finn, that would probably put you in a less functioning state. For me, so long as I'm not completely gone, I'm just putting myself at a handicap.
Ah, I see. He says with a okay, all right, Hana tone.
Such is the curse of incredible amounts of intelligence. He smirks because he knows he's being an asshole right now. You know what we should do? When I was in town, I saw in one of the stores, it was a novelty shop, they had the tiniest case of pool. And it came with little sticks and the tiny balls which you hit into the hole.
I haven't played pool in years.
I think I'm going to go invest in that tiny set, so that we may attempt to play it shortly after correcting your blade. Does this sound like a plan?
It does sound like a plan.
Fantastic. Nods to himself.
You wanted someone to play pool with you, didn't you, Hana?
I think I'd be able to rope someone in regardless, but the idea of attempting to play it while not exactly seeing straight sounds kind of funny.
Yeah, especially when it's a tiny pool set. How tiny we're talking? Like, handful? Like, 2 hands?
You can fit it on a small bedside table.
So it's not that small, okay.
It's a miniature pool set, which says something compared to a full-size pool set.
You never know when you say miniature, it could be mini. It could be real mini. You never know.
I don't know if you could accurately play pool let that
I'm sure you
fail.
could. I'm sure you could.
It wouldn't be the same.
It would not be the same, but it would be hilarious.
I will keep an eye out for that. I think Giftsmith, that would be a thrilling
I
gift
can
to
make it.
give.
It's not that hard. I just need to get ball bearings and paint them.
Well, then maybe get on it, Flynn.
We have a while until Giftsmith.
You need to figure out whose gift you're going to lose first.
That's true. I do have that book. He kind of blushes at the mention of said book, but it is the book.
The Kama Sutra?
Yes, that book.
Fantastic read.
I know I've read it.
Very enlightening. Did you learn anything from it?
He shrugs and I think I did. I didn't. I couldn't do them, but I think I learned. He kind of he's like he says that with a fucking, like the biggest flustered fucking face you've ever seen.
It's just
And is
chuckling to himself.
He's straight up not having a good time. No, I'm joking.
Add it to your itinerary, find something. You'll get used to it eventually. Besides, practice is only half of it. The knowledge comes first, application comes later.
I guess so.
He looks over at Fynn and just shakes his head again. Stop looking so devastated.
What? I'm not. What do you mean?
You look traumatized.
What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Use the reflection in that knife of yours you made, if you can't tell.
There's nothing wrong. I don't see a single thing. There's nothing wrong.
Well, I can see it, and for the frankly, you look like you were. Well, you were just caught mid something here.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't understand that one.
Oh, well. You're blushing like a virgin. How about that one?
Thanks.
Thanks!
Thanks, I guess. I can't help. I can't help the whole face getting red thing, okay? It's.
What about it is so flustering? It's just that.
I'm not. Maybe because I haven't been exposed to it that often.
And I suppose, yes, last vacation was your first time.
I grew up sheltered, I guess, is the word for it.
Not entwined with a community?
No, I did have a community, it's just my parents were strict.
I wouldn't understand the notion.
Okay. You know how your upbringing you would classify as strict, yes?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay, never mind. I can't use. Okay. Let's say I had a very strict rule set I had to follow, and if I didn't, I would get in trouble.
Okay. And that was imposed to you by your parental figures?
Yes.
and that strict rule set kept you from getting any.
Yes. He kind of says flustered again, because he's like, this is a very awkward conversation to have, but he's having it anyway, because
Not. Alright. Strange, but alright.
a lot about me is strange, really.
Where was it you did grow up? I don't think I ever caught that.
I do remember telling you the planet.
Did he at some point? Hana would remember that.
Yes, he did.
I out of character
He
forgot.
did tell. They had a conversation of like, oh, where'd you grow up? And he's like, okay, this planet. He did tell him.
Okay, sorry. Remind me what the planet was?
It was. Let me go in my notes because I have it down here. I can't pronounce it because I'm stupid, so I'll just post it.
Floss. Oh, okay. And then instead he confirms that was on Floss, correct?
Yeah.
You've been away from there for quite some time. Was the Rossi your first assignment after you departed?
No, I worked a couple other jobs before I found the Rossi. It didn't really stick. A lot of people didn't want to hire a newbie.
Experience is just as important as education. Well. His lip kind of quirks up and it looks like he doesn't say something, but...
Oh, you have something to say, Hana?
Nothing that you'll enjoy, I'm sure.
Hit me with what you got.
Well,
I'm used to it at this point.
You just don't have an excuse.
What do you mean?
Your excuse you gave just then, before I lived a sheltered life.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Is invalid.
Because I've been away for so long, I'm guessing.
Correct.
I guess I just haven't broke the habit.
He shrugs. Overall, it's no.
It's not an excuse, yeah, I know.
Oh, no, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say it doesn't really matter one way or another.
Yeah, that's fair, too. Okay. Yeah.
What you do with your time and your body is your prerogative. I believe that's why many of us are out here, is for that freedom of agency. In general. All encompassing, not just sexually, of course.
Yeah, I understand.
Just clarifying, you went a bit quiet.
No, it's just I listening to you talk.
That gets a smile out of him. He likes when people listen to him talk.
I'm not much of a talker, but I am a good listener.
I've known this. Why else do you think I enjoy sharing a workspace with you?
That's fair.
Gives me someone to bounce my ideas off of. I mean, you can't contribute half the time. You don't know what I'm talking about. But it doesn't matter. It's the ear.
I mean, sometimes I do, if it's dealing with the mechanical aspect of things.
Sometimes you do.
I just don't know much about other things. I have one skill set. It's not the greatest.
You do your skill set rather well. That said, are you familiar with the local vegetation here? Should we be going on a nature walk?
No, I don't really. I haven't really looked into it. Knowing you, I thought you'd do the whole explaining as we walked through the forest thing.
He has a smile on his face that is absolute confirmation of this. You won't even. I'm not gonna even make you empathy. He is transitioning into a way of telling you about things.
Oh boy, here we go.
I can give you a bit of a preamble so that some of the things that we encounter, at least you know what you're looking at.
I'm all for that.
Very well. So I did some research, and then he'll go into it. Do you want to leave it there?
Yeah.
Okay. And then later, yeah,
That was cute.
Later he will get that stupid little pool set, and if it wants to stop by, they can.
That would be a hilarious RP. We
can do that one later then, yeah. Alright, GG, fella.
GG. It was a good RP, yes.
It was a good RP. Sorry, Khan, you lost your bet with yourself, though I suppose you have another RP in which to continue to bet with yourself.
I mean,
What?
considering the next LP you two are going to be drunk and everything.
Oh my god, have you made a bet that they're gonna, oh my god.
Hey, listen, prove me wrong. I'll be happy. It's fine, go and do your hardest.
Do it.
Do it.